So guys, you already know that when Christian Parker came to Cowboys, everything changed. Like from day one, this man walked in and you could just feel it. The whole vibe of this defense shifted. And the crazy part is Jerry Jones is actually listening to this man. Like Parker is influencing every single move this Cowboys defense is making right now. And you know, Parker came in with his 3-4 defense strategy, new faces, new roles. Everything is being built around what Parker wants to do on that defensive side of the ball. But here's the thing, guys, a 3-4 defense is only as good as the edge rusher you put in it. You need that guy off the edge who can get to the quarterback, who can set the tone, who can make offensive lines uncomfortable every single snap. And that spot right there has been the one missing piece in everything Parker is building. And guys, I have been doing my research on this, and I am going to be honest with you. I think Parker may have just found his guy. And when I tell you who it is and why it makes perfect sense, you are going to understand exactly why I am so excited about this. What's up, Cowboys? Welcome to the NFL Playbook, Cowboys. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Before moving to the edge rusher situation, I'll need to share an outstanding achievement with you about Dak Prescott because honestly, it just reinforces everything I have always believed about this man. Dak just won the NFL's 2026 Good Guy Award. And I know some of you are like, okay, it's just a media award, who cares? But hear me out, because this actually matters more than you think. The award is given by the PFWA, the Professional Football Writers Association, and it goes to a player who is consistently professional, consistently available, and consistently helps the media do their job. And Dak Prescott is the first Cowboys player in the history of the award to ever win it. I mean, Jason Witten was a finalist 4 separate times and never won it. And Dak gets it done. First time. And guys, I want you to think about what kind of character it takes to do what Dak does. You know, like after that 2023 loss to the Green Bay Packers, this man stood at the podium and answered every single question. And they were not easy questions. They were not kind questions. And Dak stood there and took ownership of everything. Win, lose, or draw, Dak Prescott shows up. And I think people around the league see that. Players see that. Coaches see that. And you know what? Former players like Jordan Lewis see that too. Because Jordan Lewis was on a podcast recently and he said he loves Dak. He loves the type of leader Dak is, the type of player he is. He said Dak has gone through so much and fights back every single time. And you know, you need that in the NFL. You have to believe in your quarterback. And right now, a lot of people around this league believe in Dak Prescott. And honestly, I believe Dak is on that trajectory where he is going to get his chip. Like, I genuinely believe that. And with what this Cowboys roster is shaping up to look like on defense, I think this might be the year where everything clicks. Which brings me right back to the main topic, because this defense has to be the engine that carries this team. And for this defense to truly take off, you need that edge rusher. You need that war daddy off the edge. And now look, I want to be real with you guys. We do have guys on this roster who can rush the passer. We have Donovan Nzaraku, and I genuinely think he is going to do a real good job. We have Rashawn Gary, who is absolutely no one to sneeze at. And then you got Malachi Lawrence, Isaiah Land, James Houston is still there. I mean, we have pieces. But here's my thing, right? You can never have enough pass rushers in this league. You should never stop yourself from adding more. And when an opportunity presents itself to add a proven, experienced, legitimate edge rusher to this group, you do not pass on that just because you already have bodies at the position. And right now, guys, there are conversations happening around a potential trade for Josh Sweat. And the moment I heard this, I was immediately locked in, because this is exactly the type of move that could push this defense from good to great. Let me break down why Josh Sweat makes so much sense for this Cowboys defense. First of all, the production. This man had 12 sacks last season. 12. And it was not just sacks either. He had 30 tackles and 4 forced fumbles. You want a guy who does not just get to the quarterback, but also affects the football when he gets there? That is exactly what Josh Sweat does. And you look at his track record going back to 2021. The sack numbers have been consistently strong. He had 11 one year. He had 7 another. He had 8 another. And then 12 last season. I mean, this is not a guy who had one random good year and nothing else. This is consistent production over multiple seasons. Second thing, the experience. Josh Sweat is going into his 9th season in this league. Like, that is a guy who has seen everything. He has played in big games. He knows what playoff football looks like. He knows what it takes to win in this league. And at 29 years of age, he is not over the hill. He still has good football left in him. That is exactly the kind of veteran presence you want coming into a locker room and helping young guys understand what it means to be a professional pass rusher. And here's what I think is the most underrated part of this whole thing. Josh Sweat is already familiar with this division. He played in the NFC East with the Philadelphia Eagles. He knows these offenses. He knows these quarterbacks. He knows the travel schedules. He knows the rivalries. You cannot put a price on that kind of familiarity when you are trying to build a winning culture. That division knowledge is real. And bringing a guy like Josh Sweat into this building means you are not starting from scratch with someone who has to learn everything on the fly. And honestly, the connection to Christian Parker is something you cannot ignore either. Josh Sweat was on the team when Christian Parker was in Philadelphia. Like, these two men have been in the same building together. They have been in the same defensive meetings together. They understand each other's football language. So Christian Parker is not walking into a situation where he has to completely retrain a player from scratch. There is already a foundation of familiarity there, and that matters. Now, some Cowboys fans are saying, wait and see, trust the process. I hear you. I get it. And look, there is also a possibility that the Arizona Cardinals just release him before a trade even happens. So you may not even have to give up anything. But if a third round or fourth round draft pick is the cost to bring Josh Sweat in, guys, you do it. You do not hesitate. You make that call and you get your guy. Because right now you have got expectations riding on Donovan Azurewaku, and you have got expectations riding on Malachi Lawrence. And those are young players developing. Those are hopes. But Josh Sweat is tangible. He is proven. He is a known commodity. And you pair him with everything else this defense already has, and now you are talking about a defensive front that can genuinely dominate. And speaking of this defense dominating, I want to touch on the safety room, because honestly, this is something Cowboys fans should be fired up about right now. I have been watching this team for years, and I genuinely cannot remember the last time I felt this good about the safety position. Like, we have finally invested real money and real resources into that room, and the results of that investment are going to show up on the field this season. You look at guys like Jalen Thompson and what he brings to this defense. You look at what PJ Locke can do in certain packages. You look at Malik Hooker and what his best version looks like. And then you factor in how Caleb Downs can be deployed in that defense. Like, the versatility in this safety room is real. You can do so many things schematically with these pieces. You can play different coverages. You can bring different looks. You can put guys in different spots and make offensive coordinators uncomfortable because they cannot pin down exactly what this defense is going to give them. And honestly, when you start putting this whole defense together, the front seven with the investment they have made, and now this safety room that is as strong as it has been in a long time, and if you add a guy like Josh Sweat on the edge, I mean, guys, this defense can be special, like genuinely special. And that is what Christian Parker is building. That is the vision. And right now, I think this Cowboys defense is closer to that vision than most people are giving it credit for. So, Cowboys Nation, let me know what you think down below. Do you want Josh Sweat in silver and blue? You want that linebacker? You want someone else? Drop your thoughts. Drop your concerns. And what do you think about the safety room? Do you believe our safety room is not versatile? And more importantly, what do you think about how Christian Parker is going to use Downs? Share your thoughts in the comment section. You already know what we do around here. When there is Cowboys news, we're going to talk about it. Well, let's go Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys for life.